Welcome back to Max Trades Crypto. Today we're going to be looking at Bitcoin and where I see price in the next few days going. Now, before we get into the analysis, do subscribe to the YouTube channel down below and join the Discord so you guys can see other people's technical analysis too. So starting on our daily time frame, right? We can look at the daily. We have here a possible W towards the downside, X up, and now we are looking for a Y down, right? What this is a standard correction, right? Normally we look at corrections and we see an A, B, C, something along the lines of that, and where we have 5 waves in A, 3 waves in B, and then 5 waves in wave C. Now instead we have 3 waves in wave W, 3 waves in wave X, and 3 waves in wave Y. So we can look here, we have an A, B, and a wave C down. Followed by that, we have another 3-wave correction in wave X. And then we are looking at another 3-wave correction in wave Y, possibly targeting that lower part of $70,000. If we are to measure out what we are looking in targets for this wave Y, we can look at the size of the wave W to the top of the wave X, and our minimum target is $69,560. That is our target for our wave Y. We can put this in white and we can put it in our scenario, right? That is our main scenario on the daily time frame. At the moment, I don't see on the daily time frame any form of turning around, right? We could definitely form one more high, but this entire structure looks very, very corrective to me. You can see 3 waves down, and instead of making a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, we are making very corrective overlapping structure on the daily. So we are looking for possible moves down, minimum target of taking this low at $80,000. Now, if we go to our 4-hour scenario, we can look at this being our main scenario. So now we are looking at inside this, there is a W, an X, and we're looking for that one more Y. How does that look? And we can zoom in. We can see that in the wave X, we also have a 3-wave structure where we have a W, an X, and a wave Y, where wave Y ended in an A, B, C. W had an A, B, C, very standard, and wave X can be any corrective structure, right? So we're looking at any corrective structure in wave X, therefore we can have it as a W, X, and a wave Y. If we see that X is complete, right, we are looking at a possible move to the downside, which we got. X being complete, we got that move to the downside, and we are almost finished the 5-wave structures down. We had a multi 1, 2, right? So we're looking possibly, if we are starting this wave Y, right? This wave Y to the downside, we are possibly looking for an A wave B, and a wave C. That is our standard corrective structure in a wave Y. That is what we are looking for. So we can label this. We can say, okay, we are looking for a wave A wave B, and a wave C. This wave A is almost complete. Wave A is supposed to be a 5-wave structure, and we are seeing that here, where we have a little bit of overlap in wave 1s and 2s, the sharp 3 down, and now we have more overlap towards the bottom. So here we can see we have a move 1 down, 2, 1, 2, big sharp 3, 4, 5, 4, and 5 to come. We are currently in one of the other 4s. So we are looking for another break towards the downside, targeting around the $84,000, minimum level broken at $86,000, right? That is our main target here. We can also maybe even have a 1 more and go lower to 82,000, but that is our main area that we are looking at to put in our A wave. Following by this, we would see a 3-wave structure in B and then a 5-wave structure in wave C, taking us down to that low 70s, high $60,000. This is our main scenario on the chart. Now, if we then go and we go to our next scenario on the chart where we have a possible, let's delete all of these for now, where we have a possible one more high, right? Instead of just going straight down, our wave X would finish quite a bit higher. Right here we have a W up, a triangle in X, and an expanding flat in wave Y, where we have an A wave up in 3 waves, a B wave down, and then we are looking for a 5 wave C. Right? That is the standard structure for an expanding flat, where we have a wave A up, wave B takes the low of wave A, and we have a wave C, where inside of wave A we have 3 waves in B, and a 5 wave structure in wave C. So this being the A, this being the B, and this being the wave C. That is what we're looking at currently as our second scenario. But other than that, I've said before that this is indeed corrective, right? We are looking at corrective structures. You can see that making more lows is high chance, right? We are highly likely to take this low at $80,800. Now, for trade possibilities on the 4-hourly time frame, we did indeed short the top at this level over here. I told you guys to start shorting at around $96,000, and we have had a move to $87,000. We've caught this range quite nicely, where we longed from this area over here and we shorted from this area over here. Now, the difference here is we are going to see quite a small, if this is a wave B, quite a small correction back to around only $92,000. This is not a bad long. To start longing from this area again here at $85,000 is where I would put the trade possibility for today. Because if we are correct, we are having a 3-wave structure up in wave B. Remember this being wave A, and then looking for that wave C. So longing from this area here will catch this B wave. But if we even have the other scenario in mind, where we have this scenario in mind, it is possible for us to go a little bit lower and have a massive run into the low $100,000 regions, right? So that could be even more of a profit. So longing from this area in both our scenarios, we are ending up going slightly higher for the days to come, which is positive for Bitcoin, but overall we will be heading lower and taking out this level here at $80,600. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe down below, and guys, I hope you have a really, really blessed rest of your day. Okay, it's been Max Trades Crypto. Cheers, guys.